Hello. Today I'd like to talk about the Dorian mode. The Dorian mode is based off of the second scale degree of the major scale. And so if you start on the second step of the major scale, keep the same key signature and play a scale starting from that second degree up an octave and back down, you've got a Dorian mode. It gives the kind of sound that we look for in jazz and pop music. So if I were to play an A Dorian mode, it would look like this. G major scale is this. Notice there's one sharp in that key signature of G, and that is F sharp. So if I were to start on A instead of G, it would sound like this. And that's called A Dorian. Now if we put that in context, it sounds more modal if we put a chord under it. So if we put an A minor 7 chord under it, so I'm going to just take that A, C, E, and put the G underneath. Okay, and if I play that over it, you may hear that modal sound more. So I want to introduce a little bit of a mode vamp, and it's going to go like this. So I'm going to take the root and the fifth of an A minor 7 chord. And then I'm going to take the top triad. So if we were to play an A minor 7 chord, we'd have A, C, E, and G, right? What are the top three notes of that chord? C, E, and G. What does that form? It forms a major triad, a C major triad. So if we were to play an A down low and a C major triad up here in any inversion we want, so let's just choose the second inversion, then we have a nice A minor 7 chord with a kind of a spread voicing, or you can call it some kind of a drop voicing, where we take the A and bring it down an octave. It's an open voicing. Okay, so we're going to come up and we're going to play the root and the fifth. We're going to come up here and play a C major chord in second inversion. And then we're just going to bring this G down a half step to an F sharp. So that forms an A minor 6 chord that's also part of the Dorian mode. So let me just show you a little bit of what that looks like. And in fact, you can go ahead and take a screenshot of this whole page, because I'm going to be talking about the rest of it. Okay, so the first part is going to sound like this. Just like that. Now, if you're going to play a duet with somebody, you could do it with two hands. You could go. Or you can just do one single octave. Okay, all kinds of things you can do with that. But we're going to go back to this, because what I want you to do is play the Dorian mode over that vamp. Okay, it's going to sound like this. Bars in between. Let's do it again. Okay, so let's stop for a minute. We're going to turn that into more of a jazzy feel in a bit, but I want you to get used to the sound of it first and just playing those notes and chords. You can also play a minor mode over these. chord, this chord. Okay, so instead of having a Dorian mode, you play 1, flat 3. I would use my second finger. 4, flat 5 would be an E flat. Thumb under on the E, that's a 5. Then a 7, a minor 7. And then the octave, back to the 7, minor 7, 5, flat 5, 4, 3, and skip down to 1. Let's do that one. Now to save room, I just put them together. So let's start playing the vamp again. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, go. Notes to that. Okay, so now, actually, let's try swinging that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. As long as you keep the rhythm, the pulse steady. 2. A couple of questions that you would have. One of the things I was doing, when you're playing blues, you can play the octave, just keep playing the root on the top and then do the blues scale underneath it. Something like that. And another thing I did was I put a little half step between the 7 and the 8. That's commonly done too. So you can have either one. Now, I jumped over to the blues, but now I want to do the Dorian because you can combine both of them in the same exercise. So let's go back and improvise using the Dorian mode, and then we'll combine them. A 1. A 2, a 1, 2, ready, go. Now we can take it into another key, and if we do Dorian, I'm going to do a slightly different inversion of the chords when I come up. So D minor 7 is D, F, A, and C. have two different things we could do, and I don't think I only wrote one of them. So, but I'm going to show you one that I didn't write down first. So we have D, and then the top three notes are F, A, C. So F major on the top. So you can play that in any inversion you want. And because we might come down lower, we might want to make room. So if we play this, and then come up here and play F major, and then bring the C down like that, that could work really well. Just like that. Or you could do it like this. You could actually stretch to have the ninth. Root, third, seventh, fifth, ninth. So now instead of doing F major, we do F major 7. We're going to leave the third off. We're going to leave the A or the fifth of the D minor chord. And then we're going to move that in the middle. See, what we have is we are still using the third and the seventh. We just have different notes around them. So now we put the seventh in the middle of the chord. So we have the sound of that. It's all white keys. You can also make it smooth. Something like that. Okay, and if I want to do the jazz, the blues version, okay, G minor or G Dorian. I'm going to go to G. Now, you may hear a puppy whining. I have a new dog named Riff. I'm going to let her in. Maybe you'll get to meet her. Just a minute. Ooh. Hey, Riff. Hey, Riff. Come here, girl. Say hi. Oh, come here. Okay, folks. Meet Riff the Wonder Dog. Riff, say hi. Okay, she's just in puppy mode. She's in puppy mode and I'm trying to get something done. Hey, Riff. I'm going to put her down and we're going to continue with our video. And hopefully she'll let me finish. Now we have C Dorian. And I'm going back to, so I have C minor. So C minor 7. So what is the top chord? It's E flat. So we could do different things. We could, I'm going to start with a second inversion. Okay. Just do it kind of plain first. So another thing you can do with that one, so if I'm going to put it in C minor 7 and play E flat major, root position, we're just going to take the 5 and lower it. That's all we're doing. You can just do the 3rd and the 7 like that. Finally, we're going to go to F Dorian. So I'm going to do the root position, and then I'm going to do the other one. So we'll start with the Dorian mode, and then we'll go to the blues. We'll go back to the swing version. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 2, So I love the color that we get down there when we put the 7th on the bottom. So it's really fun to switch around these different modes, and I hope you have fun exploring them. Just getting that color in your head, it's a really beautiful sound. And experiment with different voicings in your left hand, different rhythms, and I hope you enjoy it. I plan to continue working on this myself, and I will see you in the next video. We'll look at some Lydian and Lydian dominant modes. Have a good day.